Hi, this is Soul Mechanics, practical tune-ups to be a healthy human, and I'm your host, Kate Foley. What is healing? When you think of a healer, what images come to mind? Some people might think of their physician. Others might think of a shaman. A healer can take any form. Modern understanding of a healer is typically someone who places their hands on people to cure them of their ailments. From my perspective, however, if we look at the foundations of illness and disease, eliminating the symptoms of an illness isn't necessarily a healing. A cure is not the same thing as healing. With a cure, your symptoms are gone. With a healing, you're at peace. And there's been a radical change in perspective. And your life usually takes a turn in a different direction, one that feels energizing and in alignment with you. Healers learn that the origin of a physical illness or disease usually begins with dysfunctional thought and emotional patterns. Now, what do I mean by dysfunctional? Well, dysfunctional means anything that disrupts healthy functioning. However, it's not that simple because we're all very much connected to each other and our environment. So if there's a disruption somewhere on the globe, you're likely to feel it somewhere in your energy field and your body. But because of the way that we're conditioned, many of us aren't adequately tuned in to be able to feel something so subtle. We're comprised of intersecting layers of information, very subtle information. Think about the basic physical layers like a healthy functioning nervous system. When you touch a sharp object, the sensory neuron in your hand sends a biochemical message to your brain. Your brain interprets it as sharp. This is basic physical information, even though this one act is actually several chemical interactions. We have many layers of information intersecting with the physical. We are always sensing. We're sensing survival information, like when you arrive home, you walk through your front door, you feel there is a presence. You know you are not alone. If you follow this information, and you don't allow doubt to take over, you leave and potentially save your life. In another subtle sense, you're feeling very stressed and dissatisfied with your job. You've been applying to jobs for months with no calls or interviews. You've had 3 colds over the last 4 months. You long for the weekends, and anxiety builds on Sunday afternoons. You begin to drink a glass of wine after work just to take the edge off. You wake up one morning and get a strong sense that you need to quit your job. This is an unmistakable sense. But you don't have anything lined up. You have just enough money to live on for a month. However, you do have a friend who has asked you to share a house. You wouldn't be jumping out of a plane with no parachute necessarily, but it would be risky. Your thoughts begin to race. You don't want to go backwards and have a roommate again after so many years. What will everyone say? What do you do? Do you continue to keep working when your entire being says quit? These types of situations highlight our relationship with our own wisdom. There are times in our lives when we're called by our own wisdom to take a risk, to do creative things, to really choose to live our lives, to connect more with others. But society, or your partner, or your friends, or your family will not understand. Nonetheless, you know what you need to do. You know what you want to do. And really, it's not a deep feeling. Often we say things like, on a deep level, I feel like I need to leave my job. But really, the feeling isn't deep. The feeling is everywhere. You are likely brimming with that knowledge. What happens when you ignore this feeling? I can't give you a linear answer for this, but I can tell you, I've seen people grow deeply depressed, angry, resentful. I've seen chronic pain and frequent illnesses take residence. You might ask, yeah, but are you sure it's all because someone isn't following their own wisdom? I would fervently say yes. I can confidently say yes because I've seen the reverse circumstances. When someone begins to follow their own wisdom, I've seen their health improve, their spirits lift, hope returns, relationships improve, or relationships change altogether. I can include myself in this category. This is why it is vitally important to become aware of your body, your thoughts, your beliefs, and your emotions. In simple terms, know yourself. Know why you do what you do, and think what you think, and feel what you feel. Tie a string to your belief systems. Follow that string. Where does it lead you? In my next episode, I'll talk about our belief systems and how they affect healing. This is Kate Foley. Thank you for listening.